match. How edgy did it all feel out there?
To be honest with you, I didn't really care, to be honest with you, because the last match I played I was so ill, I just didn't enjoy it, and today I just felt like at least I was physically okay. So, you know, I know it wasn't great, but I tried my hardest, and I know I haven't been great all season, but I'll keep trying my hardest, and, you know, that's all you can do, innit, sometimes.
But you looked focused, and actually we talked quite a number of times about the desire levels between you and Neil, because this is always a big contest between the two of you.
Well, I don't know, really. I suppose any of the top 8 that play each other, or top 10 play each other these days, they're all tough matches. You know, you've seen some of the results here this week, you know. Hawkins, you know, beats Murphy quite comfortably. I haven't really watched much snooker, but Trump gets beat to Fu, so, you know, everyone seems to be beating each other, you know. Yeah. I just keep trying to hang in there, you know what I mean? But I'm getting twitchy now. I'm officially twitching.
A better or a worse performance in this one than against Liang in the first game?
No, physically I just felt better. So today, you know, I knew he had to beat me, whereas the other day I was just sort of like, I was all over the gaff, mate, physically. And the last 3 or 4 days I've been really ill, you know. So I took antibiotics. I never take antibiotics. And this is the first day that I actually felt like, you know, normal. So, you know, I was looking forward to playing just because I felt decently myself, you know.
Were you a bit surprised that, you know, with the misses that Neil Robertson was missed, sometimes it gets a little bit contagious, isn't it? Because you're not expecting a miss and you get to the table really quick and then you miss.
I mean, I think I just dragged him down, to be honest with you. I did. That's what I'm just doing. I'm just dragging them all down to the level. And they seem to be missing balls, or something keeps happening for me. But, you know, that's all you can do sometimes. You know, I've had a good 4 or 5 years where I've just been very consistent. This has been, you know, not a great spell for me, but I just, you know, hopefully it'll turn around, and if it don't, then I'll do what these guys do. A bit more punditry work.
I tell you, everybody needs a bit of luck, and you had a couple of slices.
I had loads of it,
seventh and eighth.
Mate, I had more luck today than I think I've had in like last 20 years. But yeah, I needed it, to be honest with you. I just had it right, you know. I needed a bit of luck today to get through.
And when you think back on silverware, Ronnie, it's been almost a year. You beat Neil in the Welsh, and I just wonder, you've been in 3 big finals the last 3 months. Does it start to get a little bit twitchy? I mean, what's the difference? I mean, competing at this level, clearly you'd rather be winning titles and trophies, but are you feeling that another one is coming your way?
No, I think you have to win them now. You know what I mean? You know. I played all right against Selby, I must admit, but the other 2 I was a bit dodgy. Didn't think I played well enough to win. But I missed too many easy balls against Mark, you know, and maybe that's what happens as you get a bit older, and that's the difference between winning and losing. You know, I actually can feel, you know, I think sometimes, you know, you can just sense you're missing too many easy balls, so I need to cut them out. But, you know, I'm just going to keep dragging my career out for as long as I can, you know what I mean? That's what you can do, innit, at some point. Yeah.
It's good to be in the semi-final, you know, not playing anywhere near his best, you know, and still being in there with a chance. It can only get better. Yeah,
but it's nice to know if your game comes back, you know. But if I'm at that point now where, you know, I'm delusional and it's not coming back, then you're just going to keep getting to quarters and semis and getting beat. But, you know, it's like, you know, you always think you're as good as you was years ago, and I don't want to get to that stage where I'm like waste 10 years where I just keep playing and think you're good enough, but actually you're not. You know what I mean? So I think hopefully I've got 3 decent years left in me.
Yeah, but you still believe you can win this?
I don't know. You believe you can win it if you're playing well enough, you know, and I don't think I'm playing well enough to win it, but a lot can happen in 24 hours, a lot can happen in 48 hours. But when you go, you know, it never comes back, does it? So, you know, that's what I'm saying. I just keep dragging it out. You know, great crowd here. You know, so I'm appreciative that I'm still playing at 40, 41, whatever it is. You know, I just appreciate every time I get an opportunity to go out there, and you know, that's what I'm saying. Just try and drag it out as long as you can, innit? You know what I mean? If the pension fund was good enough, I'd have probably sold it in there. But, you know, I mean, you still got to put a few balls in there.
Absolutely. It's a great crowd to play in. It's fantastic atmosphere.
Amazing crowd.
It must give you a buzz, though, still coming out there.
It does when you play all right, but when you're playing a bit ropey and you start missing a few, you start to feel a bit of pressure because you think like they want you to win, they expect you to clear up, you know. And when you don't, you think, oh, I'm letting down 2,000 people here, or maybe 1,980 odd. You know, I suppose you've got a few supporters, but you know, I was just sort of like, you know, it can get a bit on top of you, you know. But when you're playing well, you just revel in it, you know. But yeah, I was a bit twitchy today.
That's understandable, but you got a day, and you're going to watch, I'm sure, or at least be aware of it, Mark Allen or Marco Fu, and it's going to be a fascinating match between the 2 of them. I just wonder what your thoughts are on Marco's resurgence the last
Well, I watched him play. Well, he played me in the UK, and I just said to him, I knew he'd change his technique, and he looks so much more aggressive, you know, and it's kind of it's had an impact on all his game. You know, he's always been clinical around the balls, but he actually looks confident now, and I think he's going to find it a lot easier to get over the line. I think that's the only thing that held him back. So, you know, and then he played fantastic in Glasgow, and he's played a great match here against Judd Trump. I don't think he would have beat Judd Trump with his old technique. I think playing with that confidence against someone like that, you know, when someone like Judd's playing that well, you've got to go toe to toe with him and out punch him, and then stay in there to the end, and then out bottle him, you know. And I think Marco done that because he played, you know, he's playing much more aggressive. And I think to win and be at the latter end of the tournament consistently, you need to play that game, unless you're Selby, who sort of can tie you up in knots, you know.
Exactly, and you know, you talk about bottle. Mark Allen's got plenty of that. He's shown that, and he seems to come good. We saw in that final frame decider against John Higgins. It's almost like when the pressure gets a bit more touchy-feely for him, he seems to respond a bit better. Is that your view of him overall?
I always thought Mark was a great match player, but I think he's a little bit like Mark. I think, you know, he could probably do with a little bit more of a power game to stay with the top guys, you know, because a lot of these guys, you know, they see one shot and they know it's that shot that opens the game up, and if you can't do that comfortably, you know, you're going to be, you know, it's difficult to build momentum, and a lot of these guys can win 6-7 frames on the bounce now just through heavy scoring, and you know, it's unlikely you're going to scrap a tournament. Do you know what I mean? You might scrap the odd match, but at some point you've got to start making 80s, 90s and 100s.
You going to call that match for us tonight?
No, I mean, because I'll call it and I'll end up getting it wrong, and
Don't worry.
And then you go, stuff on it. Listen, I just don't have a good game. Both nice
I don't want to
guys,
give
and,
Matty ammunition.
I'm just going to go and just chill out.
However it is, you'll meet them on Saturday. Ronnie, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Well played today.
Cheers.
Okay.